Hello guys, welcome to my stream. Okay. Oha, 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 oha. Okay. Na gut, was ist denn jetzt hier los? Aha. Ja. So, yeah. Let's play some Spire. Probably long time no see. Yeah. Let's play some Spire. I was thinking about it. Let's do the high 100 Ironclad. What about Roguebook? What about Roguebook? I see that Roguebook only has an 81% satisfaction rate on Steam. 81% is usually very low. But people were asking about Roguebook. So what about that, guys? We do a swap. We do a swap into our little Slay Spire thing again. Rogue would receive low scores initially due to performance issues and some DLC stuff. Game over is great. Well, 81% is pretty low, I have to say. This is really pretty low. Like even that low that I would, as well, with 81%, I would, unless everything speaks for it, I would usually not even give it a shot. I would usually not even give it a shot. For 81% is really, really lousy. I mean, that's what Twitch ratings are for, right? The Steam ratings, I mean. That you can actually say, okay, other people already went through the crap. Rogue is fun, but I think it might be too easy for you. But wasn't a huge fan of Roguebook. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I also think maybe Slay Spire is better. So yeah, I guess now that we have our, I don't know. I mean, maybe there's like this little stream, the little stream back now. As a little stream does not mean little, but I mean like little, more like I feel different community, honestly, different community. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. Last played 1st of May. I see last played 1st of May. So now that's really 2 months. 2 months like through the loop. I need to adjust. I mean, speaking of Terrence, I mean, as much as I told you that I would rather, like, if you're talking about this, rather take at least the last, also rather the more like the performance since the patch, of course, right? Because the more performance, the better. It's like I think improvement, yes, sure, but you know where I'm coming from. Hey, Blem, thanks very much for your sub, man. So what's my point? I would like to actually adjust our performance scores we had, right? So and what I'm saying is, of course, we should take the achievement from Terrence like very seriously and should therefore also adjust our expectations if we are already on it. So let's see. So Terrence is the one who probably has the most games in this table. So where was he? I think that's Terrence. No, wait, is it Bear? Oh, yeah. That was Terrence. So you're telling me he played another 50 games of Defect, which I had actually at 42%. Did he play another 50? Somebody said he had like even... I don't want to write anything wrong into our tablet, but that was actually for tracking the scores. So, does anybody... Also, no, what was the guy who actually watched Terrence? What was that? Ja, war das jetzt? Matiske, ja? Oder was war das? You want to give me some insight, or... Maybe it was... Jerusalem? Okay. Yeah, you want to give me some insight? You're saying he actually added another 50 games with 70%. So... Yeah, I don't know. Maybe... It was 42, 60, and 70. Yeah, 42 I do have, like over last one, like the last 100 or what. And then, no, but you're saying 50 was like with 42. Okay, I'm very sure about these data. This is like, I did the research myself for these data. And now you're basically saying he basically played the last 100 with 65%. If I understood that correctly. Yeah, I mean, let's just do that. It's fine. Also, I don't care too much. Like, so you're saying he played 100 with the 65%. So 65 plus 42, so 107, 53 basically. So he actually increased that to 53%. That's very, very strong. It's very, very strong. Yeah, higher in the latest games basically. So what was that? That's 200 and also if we just say now it's 500 games. And yeah, I should actually make a function, right? I should actually say this is equal to, and now I'm probably embarrassing myself, but this plus, yeah, I don't know what the plus is. Where's the plus? Yeah, okay, that's why I'm doing it manually. So what is that? 208, 216 divided by 4, 54%. That's really good. That's 54? No, never mind. Okay. I'm also a little bit, I don't know, a little bit, 218, need to get into chill mode back again. 226 divided by 4, 55, 57. 8, 18, 26, 7, 57. Okay, really good. It's not 56, this one? You mean if it was 100 before? 100 for 42. Oh, did I miscalculate? 42 before. 42 plus 65 is 107. Divided by 2 is this, right? Oh, no, Kirsten actually did the math. So it says for the last 50, 70%, for the last 158, and all 53. Yeah, 53 was correct then. Yeah, I mean, let's make it 54. It doesn't matter. But no. We are right. Thank you very much, Kirsten, for actually checking that up. Yeah. So it's either last 158 or last 254. Yeah. No. It's good. It's good. Yeah, Amok. I took a break from the Spire because of Gwent for the Masters. There were different reasons, but it was like I think the biggest point was simply that otherwise a cheater could have had the spot, and I got asked from different sites to actually not let that happen, and I was like, yeah, also I'm actually not really playing Gwent any longer, but if this can prevent the cheater from participating, yeah, then I do that. But I actually donated the prize proceedings, or I will donate the prize proceedings. I'm currently trying to tell them to send it, whether they can send it directly, CDPR can send it directly, because I really did not want to benefit from, like, for example, taking a spot from, like, you know what I'm saying, right? Like, it was only because it's difficult to explain. It was because of Corona, and with COVID they actually gave only 1 year ban to that dude. And but after that 1 year, he actually could have actually competed again. So, and I didn't want to benefit from like playing the tournament because of COVID. He basically being able to play the tournament. Yeah, it's a little bit complicated, but whatever. So those are my reasons. And then I also tried to give like Gwent a shot because I actually enjoyed it a lot. And like, I mean a lot, but I enjoyed it more than I thought. And so therefore I thought, hey, maybe just get into it again, see how it is. and the first few weeks were really enjoyable. I mean, that's not even true actually. Actually, I would say it was a completely oscillation. It was like the highs were very high, the lows were also really low. The last days weren't very kind to me, and yeah, basically, yeah, basically that. So, ja, also I'm not like military against Gwent. I think it's a fine game. I just don't know whether it's enough to incentivize me to play Gwent. That's all. Um, Maybe that also has to do something with that. I'm like with the P to P against P games, like player versus player. It seems to me that there are also always like some things um, which I enjoy more in single player games. What would that be? That would be yeah, also um, that would be. I explain it later and say like, but it's also about stuff like time stuff, and all those things. Um, time, yeah, different things. Let's talk about the tablet here first, and then I can talk about the other stuff with camera. Then, mm, so um, so I saw that okay, what hit me is interesting was that Jobs did another 100 games. Not 100, sorry. He did another one of these 100 wins in, you know what I'm saying, right? Another 180 games. And I'm just talking about that because for those who remember, I told you about very specific things when we saw Jobs' last performance, right? And I'm just very, I mean, interesting. It's not even that interesting to me. I just want to give you some reflection on, also, on the accuracy of the predictions, right? So, when the last performance Jobs played, like the first one this year, he had like a quite low ironclad performance percentage, but a high or like a silent percentage which was nearly as high as ours. And the same went for defect. And for the watcher he had lower, like lower than that, right? So, and I told you that he probably low rolled on the ironclad, he probably high rolled on the silent, he probably also high rolled on the defect, while probably low rolling on the watcher. And if you take his last performance, this is already the updated one, which has like all the new games also conglomerated in this. You will realize that actually the predictions just happened exactly that way, right? So he actually could, increase his iron, basically all those things. Like the high roll of the silent basically equalized again. Same goes with defect, while the other way around on these two factions, right? So yeah, that's that. So predictions accurate, good stuff. What about us here? Yeah, that's us. No, yeah, I don't know. I mean, we played 300 games. If I, for example, would play another Ironclad games, um, another 50, another 100. We usually do sets of 50, right? Maybe I shouldn't do another 100. Maybe I should do 50. But yeah, whatever. I don't know. We could also do 100. Or maybe we are stopping at some point. I think 100 also seems more realistically, like with the basically uphold that I might also just stop at some point. I think if it's like 50, I would say I definitely always do the 50. Here I just want to have it a little bit open. My openness. Actually I don't want to have it open. Maybe I really just want to play another 100 ironclads. I mean, usually we play 2-3 runs per day, so maybe playing another 2-3 runs a day. Is it even true? Do we do that? I don't know, but if you do that, it basically fills our ironclad games for the next 1.5 months. If I take it a little bit more chill, maybe it's even two months. And that could be true. I mean, honestly, from all those factions, the one I would really pursue, I'm not so sure why. The Ironclad somehow catch, like Toxic Ape is asking why Ironclad. I don't know. I like the Ironclad. It's so versatile. I feel it's insanely versatile. I feel you can skill display insanely much. For me personally, I don't know. It's a lot of fun. Maybe it's also boss swap, that you do not boss swap, but you take another option. I don't know what it is. Yeah, perfect strike, you say. Yeah, not even kidding. I mean, there are different ones. I mean, I'm not so sure whether I can have the patience I had for the other runs. I mean, at some point I also thought, okay, now we actually achieved a lot, like that we have a rotating win rate of 70%, for example. I mean, that was something, I mean, that is like magic, you know, kind of, you know. It's like, that's, yeah, but what can I say? It's like, that was one goal where I thought, okay, 70 is like the magical border where I say, okay, this is, like, sometimes you really want to do something, right? And I don't know. I mean, for the defect, I think for the defect for me, it was just important that I prove that I'm not a complete spewtard with the defect. I didn't like to play the defect too much, but I think the first, was it only 50 games then? No. Yeah, I think so. I played 50 with a little bit lower, then I played another 50. But the one, this was post-patch. So these were the only games we played post-patch. So we could probably increase the defect percentage a little bit by playing it again. But I just was, I don't know. Silent, I filled the 100. Defect, I'm not so sure. I don't like to play the defect man. I cannot do that. I mean, I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I just wanted to prove that I'm definitely not below 50. And I was also willing to play another 50. Like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, no. Is Watcher just a waste of time? No, it's not a waste of time. I just think that Watcher, I think we also played a lot like Ascension 19s. So I think also after, it's pretty obvious that this is not really a high roll. I mean, nowadays we have to say, because there are also other people who also have a 90% plus win rate. I mean, one player who has 90% probably. But what I'm simply saying is, the question is also what is appealing, right? What could be? I mean, there's always a lot of time investments, and what? I mean, Ironclad, we had like this magical 2-1. I mean, that was good, man. I mean, maybe we could say, okay, yeah, I don't even know. I mean, maybe it's not a number game. Maybe I just play because I want to play. Maybe that's because I think number-wise, I would not see. I mean, we actually, have insane win rates. We doubled down on these insane win rates. We confirmed these insane win rates. We did it with all classes, honestly. So, having, arguably the highest win rate of every class, always, of course, being contested by some expert in that class, right? Like some expert within that class. To be named is like for the Watcher, we are completely non-contested with our win rate, besides Max, which could come close to that, or like all contested win rate, maybe. I don't know exactly. Defect, having the highest defect win rate, but being, of course, contested by people who are very good in this class, being, also, for once, also Baylor is extremely good with defect. And of course, now we can also say that Terrence might have a higher win rate with defect or not. I don't know. Silent, we can say we have the highest win rate by a lot. But there is the one silent player who, like Rev 9, who I don't know. I'm not like doing like do have the actual numbers, but I think. Yeah, and no. We know about Terrence the last 50 runs, but the 50 runs before were not that good. Terrence is a player 2, yeah. So over the last 200, it's 54. Over the last 100, is a little bit more, 57, I think you said. And I think taking last 50, if there are 100 and 200 samples available, is just nonsense. Yeah. I mean, the only reason why we take 50 here is because there are only 50. Yeah. And the only reason why we are taking 50 here is because there are only 50. Yeah. So, yeah, basically that. But if there would be more, I would always take the bigger sample, right? Maybe there might be some cut, but the cut is certainly not at 100. Like, I would say not even at 200. Like maybe at some point at 200, maybe 100. Definitely not below 100. Yeah. So, what is the reason you don't add all your games into the table? Oh, these are all my games. The 300 are all the games I've ever played post-patch. These are all post-patch games, and they are all. It's not. There's nothing excluded. Like every game is included there. So, and the same goes also for these players. I included all the games post-patch. For any of these players, I included all games being played post-patch. Yeah, without any exception. Yeah. I just believe that this is the way to go. I think is yeah, Crimson Blur. Yeah, no, we actualized that. The recent 50 is very good. The recent I heard. Yeah. No. We already have that. Like recent 50 on defect is like we are just talking about that. Like recent 50 is 70, but recent 100 was what 58 or something, and recent 200 is 54. Nevertheless, it's very insanely good. Like there's no question about that, right? I was just explaining why I actually take all the games rather than taking small sample sizes, because I also would not know how to do different. I mean, if you're beginning to say, yeah, we could take all, but maybe we should take here the last 50 or the last 100 because of this and that reasoning, I feel it's really difficult to do that. Yeah, to say like to begin to justify suddenly taking snapshots of samples because I don't know why. It's difficult. So no, like these are all games included. And again, for me, I don't know what to work on next. As I said, I think for me personally, I enjoy playing the Ironclad the most. At least that was the case when I left Spire. I mean, when I actually took Hieratus last 2 months ago. So I just enjoyed. I cannot do. Can you? Okay, guys, what do you enjoy? Did you? CBB says would go on 100 games on all if it was you. Yeah, but I cannot cope to play the defect. I don't know. The defect just completely goes on my balls. I play the defect and I'm feeling so bad. I don't know why. I don't like the defect. Streamlined gameplay, randomness, not that many different builds, and it feels sometimes you're like you don't have enough agency. That's for me. Yeah, that's defect for me. I don't know. Watcher, I think we could. I would doubt that this goes below 90. Like that I mean, it will never go below 90 because we only need to play 86 for that. We also play the decent Ascension 19, so that's with the Watcher very often you're OP. You're completely OP, and I'm not so sure whether that's so spicy. What am I talking about? I'm talking about. Hey, we have won anyways. You know what I'm saying? Like with Ironclad, you never have okay, we have won anyways. You have to adjust your. Oh yeah. No, that was actually the biggest reason for me. The biggest reason for me was that with the Ironclad, you actually have to change your build depending throughout the run. You actually have to adjust your build throughout the run, and that was for me the biggest reason by far. The biggest reason by far why I liked it. Hey, was ist das denn? Kann ich es nicht schließen oder was? Lül. Was ist denn jetzt hier mit GOG? Bist du jetzt was? Wait. Exit. Okay. If you want to kill GOG Galaxy from your task manager, it just pops up again. Oh, and that was with mods, right? Oh, I hope the mods are still working. I mean, not the mods, but this latest relic thing. I could just go 10 at a time. If you do performances, you have to actually go with like a predefined sample beforehand. If I just say I play 10 at a time and then I stop when I like it the most, I basically can make a non-defined sample. I can actually, for example, play 10 sample sizes until the ironclad is high enough, and then I say bye-bye, for example, right? So there's that. Okay. So, but yeah, again, okay, so here's the Spire with mods, apparently. So, oh, there's Spire. Oh, oh. Bay title? What do you mean bay title? What Blem says, the Watcher and Ironclad streaks changed both during hiatus. But now that I'm back, it is bound to change. No, I don't think this is bound to change. I'm not going for win streaks. But what are you saying? Somebody made an Ironclad win streak? Or who? Who played the Ironclad win streak? Higher than 9. What? Haha, lululul. Blame himself. Ah, lululul. Self advertising. You're kidding me. You did what? 10? 10 in a row on Ironclad on Ascension 20 or what? $12. Ah, 12. Very nice. It's really good. Lul. Yeah, 12 is pretty sick. But my win rate was garbage, so I'm here to learn. You played a 12 win streak with a garbage win rate. What the? Hey, you know what kind of? I mean, if you're telling, for example, what do you mean with garbage? 50 or what? Wait, are you also streaming? That happened on stream or what? So you play with a win rate of 50 and then you high roll 12 wins in a row. That is 1 to 4096. That's like 0.024%. Whenever you start a sample. Well, actually it's not that rare, to be fair. So, no, actually it's not even that unlikely. Naja, 50% win rate is good on the Ironclad. And every 4,000 times, whenever somebody with 50% win rate starts a run sample, you will get to 12. And if you say, you for example played at least 100 of these, and 40 different people also do that, then one will go to 12. But yeah, that it happened to you is pretty silly. Yeah, it's funny, right? Because you know what I'm saying? That somebody wins the lottery is pretty clear. It's just that the one who wins the lottery thinks the entire world is he rubbed the stone and therefore he won the lottery. But like many people are rubbing the stone and one will win in the lottery. But yeah, 12 is freakingly insane, man. Holy crap, man. Holy crap, 12. You do have to account for the fact that there's more than 12 runs. What do you mean more than 12 runs? Oh, you mean 8,000 games on average because of 2 games per streak. Yeah, what I'm saying is 4,000 every time you start a new streak. So yeah, if you basically 8,000 games. For 4,000 times starting some streak. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, the magic of these numbers. The magic of these numbers. And why I'm trying to go for sample, win rates, stuff like that.